Welcome to Top 5 Trends. Imagine if we could drain the entire ocean, watching as the water recedes to expose the secrets hidden in the deep. With today's advanced underwater scanning technology, this idea isn't entirely science fiction. We have the ability to generate accurate 3D models of the ocean floor, revealing mysteries that have been submerged for millions of years. Ancient cities lost to the tides, shipwrecks filled with treasure, vast underwater mountain ranges, and even evidence of cataclysmic events. All these could come to light. But what would we actually see? What secrets have the ocean depths been hiding all this time? Let's start by draining the oceans, layer by layer, peeling back the water and sediment that have covered the ocean floor for eons. As the seas recede, the first thing we would encounter is the continental shelf, a shallow area surrounding the continents. These shelves extend hundreds of kilometers from the coastlines and hide features like deep-sea canyons, valleys, and enormous coral reefs, some of which have never been fully explored. As we move further into the deep, the continental shelf gives way to the continental slope, where the seafloor plunges into the abyss, revealing steep cliffs, underwater volcanoes, and deep ocean trenches. One of the most captivating discoveries would likely be the numerous sunken cities that were once above sea level. For instance, off the coast of Greece lies the ancient city of Pavlopetri, submerged for over 5,000 years. This city was only discovered in the 1960s, and since then, archaeologists have used sonar technology to map its streets, buildings, and even a sophisticated drainage system. If we drain the oceans, we might discover many more lost cities like Pavlopetri, long-forgotten remnants of civilizations that were consumed by rising sea levels over millennia. As the water pulls back further, vast shipwreck graveyards would emerge from the depths. The most famous of these is, of course, the Titanic, which has lain at the bottom of the North Atlantic since 1912. But the Titanic is just one of thousands of shipwrecks scattered across the ocean floor. From ancient Roman galleys to World War II battleships, these wrecks are time capsules that hold clues to the past. Some are believed to contain untold riches, from gold to artifacts that could rewrite history. The deeper we go, the more mysterious things become. Draining the oceans would reveal the planet's largest mountain range, the Mid-Ocean Ridge, which runs through the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans. This underwater chain of mountains is nearly 60,000 kilometers long, far longer than the Andes, Rockies, and Himalayas combined. These mountains are formed by volcanic activity as tectonic plates pull apart, releasing magma from the Earth's mantle. Some of the ridges rise higher than Mount Everest, yet they remain hidden beneath miles of water. What kind of creatures might live in the dark, hostile environment surrounding these volcanic peaks? And what impact does this geological activity have on the rest of the planet? Continuing our exploration, we would uncover the world's deepest point, the Mariana Trench, located in the Pacific Ocean. This trench plunges nearly 11 kilometers, 7 miles deep, so deep that Mount Everest could be placed inside it, and there would still be over a mile of water above the summit. The pressure here is so immense that only the most specialized submersibles have been able to reach the bottom. If drained, the Mariana Trench would expose not just the trench itself, but perhaps undiscovered ecosystems and species adapted to the extreme cold, darkness, and pressure. One of the most puzzling regions we'd finally have the chance to fully explore is the infamous Bermuda Triangle, a section of the Atlantic Ocean where ships and aircraft are said to mysteriously disappear. Draining the ocean might reveal submerged wreckage or underwater anomalies that have contributed to the triangle's eerie reputation. Could it be powerful magnetic fields or strange geological formations that have caused navigational equipment to fail? Or perhaps there are underwater caves or tunnels that create whirlpools capable of dragging vessels into the depths? Our journey across the drained ocean floor would also take us to underwater volcanoes, which are far more common than many realize. In fact, over 75% of the world's volcanic activity occurs beneath the oceans. The Ring of Fire, a vast horseshoe-shaped area in the Pacific Ocean, is teeming with active volcanoes, many of which form towering underwater peaks. These eruptions not only shape the seafloor, but also release vast amounts of minerals and gases into the ocean, which play a critical role in supporting life, from tiny plankton to giant whales. Perhaps one of the most intriguing aspects of draining the ocean would be the discovery of underwater creatures that we currently know little about. At extreme depths, where light doesn't penetrate, a whole other world exists, one where life has adapted to the most inhospitable conditions on Earth. Giant squid, once thought to be mere legends, roam the deep, while bizarre creatures like the anglerfish, with its glowing lure, and the goblin shark, with its protruding jaws, thrive in the darkness. But what if there are creatures even more mysterious, hidden so deep in the trenches and abysses that we've never even seen them? Draining the ocean could finally give us a glimpse into these unexplored ecosystems. Another major feature of the ocean floor we'd be able to study are the tectonic plates. These massive slabs of Earth's crust are constantly moving, though imperceptibly to us on the surface. When they shift, they create earthquakes and tsunamis, which can have devastating effects on coastal cities. By observing the boundaries of these plates directly, scientists could gain new insights into how the planet's crust behaves, potentially improving our ability to predict natural disasters like tsunamis or volcanic eruptions. One of the most remarkable geological features we'd see are the remnants of ancient asteroid impacts. One of the most famous is the Chicxulub crater, located under the waters of the Gulf of Mexico. This impact, which occurred 66 million years ago, is believed to have caused the extinction of the dinosaurs. By draining the ocean, we could directly study the immense crater, which measures 200 kilometers wide. The impact released energy equivalent to billions of atomic bombs, sending debris into the atmosphere and blocking out the sun, leading to a mass extinction. Now imagine seeing the actual crater that triggered such a profound event in Earth's history, and perhaps finding other similar craters elsewhere on the ocean floor. Could we discover evidence of more catastrophic impacts that have altered life on Earth over the ages? The ocean floor is like an alien world on our own planet. By draining it, we'd unlock secrets about our past, from ancient civilizations and massive natural disasters to lost ecosystems and possibly even extraterrestrial influences like asteroid impacts. The mysteries of the deep have always sparked the human imagination, but with modern technology and continued exploration, we're slowly uncovering the truth about this vast, largely uncharted world.